And we are back once again with the Tower of Tereg, Temporal Tower, Tower of Time, Puzzle Tower. That's right. All the T's and P's. So, last session, you guys got to take a little bit of downtime and, well, figure out what your plans are for the next few years, as you reckon you're going to be spending a lot of time here. Some of you want to go to other planes of existence, and some just want to learn how to fly on a griffin. Whatever it is, you got plans for the future. And Eirina got some time to bond with Candlewick, specifically their creator, going through a vision in time. They used the legend lore spell to witness the creation of Candlewick, and not just them, but all of their siblings as well, it seems. There are other weapons forged within this shadowy realm. A great forge, which seems to be perpetually fueled by planar energy, and using some comprehend languages, you manage to figure out that they are speaking a kind of mixture between Ignan and Oran, which I believe, James, didn't you find the name for that exact language?
I did some Googling and stuff and
Palan.
found... Yeah. I did some Googling and other things in order to basically find some cool names for the languages that fit.
Yeah. Cool. So Palan being a para-elemental plane of smoke, that's the language you was hearing. And this creature spoke in a little bit of cryptic, vague languages, and from what you could ascertain is that there was a great importance to these weapons, that they each fulfilled a particular purpose, and without Candlewicks there would be a sort of a power vacuum, I guess, and bad things were going to happen as a result. So kind of bargained with them, offering up the idea that someone could replace Candlewick, to which they seem to accept. But if you do this, that the structure of this world would be kind of cracked and unknowable, that the future would be unstable almost, and that there's no telling what could happen as a result. And it seemed to Eirina this was an acceptable compromise, that they're used to not knowing what's going to happen in their life. So, yeah, you ride the wave of chaos most days of your life. And to which they sort of agreed, and they're not against the idea of having a replacement for Candlewick. But it just wasn't the intended structure of the world, that's all. So then after that, I think you got to making some things. I can't remember exactly what else we did after that. I think there was a few bits of roleplay.
There was the
luck. Yes. Okay. So in an effort to figure out where Andy's power sort of comes from, they did a bit of soul searching and went to play some music and really feel out that moment in which they witnessed in the Sultan's palace. And you remember a great blinding light. Well, it's as you were playing, it seems like starlight was being shone around the room and was moving around with you. And when Krag came down, they explained it's your cloak. It's your robe of stars that are projecting these constellations across the walls. And it's during that you actually instead stumbled upon another memory, and that was to do with Karius, because I think it was Krag unleashing some lightning and zapping himself, and that sparked your memory that you've seen something like that before, absorbing of lightning. Forget how we exactly got onto the subject. It was something to do about. Forget exactly. I know it was Krag's fault though. Uh, whatever it was. Either way, you remember very specifically aboard Captain Montipot's ship, Karius had absorbed some sort of lightning from him in an attempt to sort of ease him of his sailor's curse. A curse that he believes is trouble whenever he makes landfall. Whatever it is, it seems trouble always comes for him and gets into all sorts of fights. And you remember specifically when you were in the Temple of Sun and Moon, you came across a being of pure lightning, and you actually hugged it, and it tried to shrivel and flee because it was somehow antithetical to its very essence. And that nebulous being fled into the astral sea. And at that point, you thought maybe you could help Karius. You went round to find him, give him a hug. You found there was a slight static shock, and then when you tried to get everyone involved and hug them, yeah, there was definitely some sort of pushing, repelling kind of force coming from them. Like whatever spark is inside Karius seems to be not enjoying the hugs. And Elsie proposed, well, maybe it's not something you need to get rid of. Maybe it's something you need to learn how to like harness or live with. I think that was your sentiment with Elsie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Learn to embrace the chaos.
that's right. Yes. Thank you. And to which that kind of got your head scratching for a bit until you unwittingly activated some of the room's properties. This room seems to be tracking any kind of unlucky thing you do, whether it be stepping on a crack, breaking a mirror, putting new shoes on the table, etc. And there's some really weird ones. Something to do with goat meat and let's pretend we all know what that's from. Either way, every time you activated some sort of unlucky thing, it was pulled into a magnet on the wall, and the magnet turns out to be an upside down shoe horse. Shoe horse? Horseshoe. Anyway, the magnet was clearly absorbing this unluckiness and storing it in little motes of light. And once it was full, you were all freed of your unluck and basically teleported out of the room. So you kind of got left over here. And in your hand, Eirina, is the shoe horse, the one that you kind of figured out. You kind of clocked it pretty early. You were like, hang on, like a ladder in here. There's an umbrella. You're like, these are all things to do with luck. So for now, you're holding on to it and attuned to it. And feel free to use that whenever you feel like. And that's where we left off. Right. Anything you want to do before we do a little bit of skip in time? Not a major one, just a time hop. Like, what's the smaller version of a skip?
I mean, I imagine it would be a hop, because like hop, skip, jump.
Hop, skip, and jump, isn't it?
Yeah, hop, skip, and a jump. So yeah, we'll do a time hop in a minute. Not the full skip.
I would like to speak with Eric.
Have you made an appointment?
I have not.
Okay, that'll be.
You did, but it was in the future for the past. So Tarek might not know about it yet, but Llyvelin does.
Okay, well, there's a 10-year waiting list to see Terrig. It's very busy.
Yeah.
Or you might just catch him in the classroom.
I don't see him in the classroom. Oh well, I can wait. If it's just a show.
I've been waiting for you, actually. There he is.
Always knows where we
Okay.
are.
He does, seemingly. He only seems to know what it's about. What is it you're asking, actually, as it happens?
I want to show him my portion list.
Okay.
Try and
I take it you're here for the potion list.
weird. I was just
He
thinking.
he somehow knows exactly what you are after.
That. I
Is
have
he
some
omniscient?
items for this specific portion, but some of it just doesn't even make sense.
Okay.
Start listing off things. Where is it? Where? All the way. I have so much in my friend biography. Yeah, start listing off things for the portion I'm making, or trying to make, or have been for the past however many player character years.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are these ingredients? Looks like a warlock's shopping list.
Yeah, kind of. I'm trying to get back some years I've been missing. Bad time with a
And
withering staff. If anywhere has these
Hmm.
items, it's probably here.
well, some of these are potentially acquired within a certain time period. Yes.
But if I was
What do you have so far?
More than 2 pinches of pure arsenic, pinch of belladonna, 1 measure of fresh wyvern venom, at least half a dose of midnight tears, a replacement for vampire blood,
A
blood of an angel.
replacement? What do you mean by a replacement?
Oh, and I'd show him the potion of youth that apparently replaces vampire blood.
I see. Substitution
Yeah.
might work. These seem like very specific things, ingredients. And you say you're missing some things?
Yeah. So, fierce spider venom.
Less than a month old, I take it?
Yeah. Grown reproductive glands of 7 giant moths.
That have been dead for less than 10 days?
60. And the moonglove flower.
Moonglove?
Those are the ones that I can understand. That I haven't got.
I can tell you the moonglove would be from
Yeah.
a settlement far to the southeast, an elven community. Perhaps you've heard of the Guilt Elf?
Yeah. Probably one once.
Yeah.
But yeah, has any of that happened to make its way here?
Phase spider venom is rather easy to acquire.
Does stuff go off here? I don't know how this tower works in terms of time. Like, do we age? Does stuff age here? Like, if I was to collect it, say the wyvern venom, and it says under 60 days old, would it stay a day old while within the tower?
Not exactly within the tower, but there can be a concerted effort made in order to keep it fresh.
Oh,
I can redirect some of the tower's energy source to make that possible.
interesting.
Keep it in a sort of state of suspended animation.
If I was to make journeys for each of these items, would there be a quick way back here without losing myself through time?
Well, the tower doesn't change every second.
No, but you know what I mean. Like,
Currently, we are stationed in the Creeping Chill Run, nearest settlement being Targos. Wait,
Karius?
no.
That's a
To the west, there is
Aaron.
Taryn. That's the one. Taryn. But the tower doesn't just jump around that swiftly. You should be able to leave and come back, as long as it's not too long.
So say we were to stay here for 10 or more so years, I could journey out, get the things I need, and come back.
10
Into it.
years outside the tower would definitely be too long.
Well,
but if
not-
you...
Not 10 years out the tower, I mean, like, if we, like, I'd be able to go and come back, go and come back.
I would suggest you leave for no longer than a day at a time.
Okay. Interesting.
You can stay here as long as you like, though, yes. 10
Okay.
years is but a blink of an eye in an elf's years. You may feel that the weathers of time a little bit longer.
Probably. So,
But
with
I'm
some,
sure the denizens of Taryn have encountered many cave tunnels. They have a mining community in the mountains, and every so often, I'm sure cave-dwelling monsters show up. Phase
That's cool.
spiders are known to be in cold mountainous environments.
what about capturing a phase spider?
Much trickier.
Okay.
With their
is-
ability to phase onto the ethereal plane, they could easily bypass any cage or bag that you put them in.
Because the ones I told you before were the ones I could understand. There's 3 that I don't quite get. Betty's blood, but they need to be killed by a phase spider?
That is
Right.
rather cryptic.
Brinda's blood, but killed with belladonna?
There's certainly no ingredient by that name.
Allah's heart, but killed by a wyvern.
Whoever gave you this shopping list is obviously giving you only half.
Yeah. Well, it was from Baba Yaga's alchemist.
I see. The ingredients you've described.
Are they night hags? I think her alchemists were night hags.
I
That was a
see.
long time ago.
The ingredients you describe begin to make a pattern in my mind. though I'll have to take some time to research it. But I could give my stab at figuring out what the exact terminology is referring to.
Yeah, it'd be good to work with you. I mean, I've only been waiting. Has it been a year since? Well, years in the future, but about a year since I first met you. Oh God, time stuff.
Hmm.
Although 10 years did pass in the Feywild, but it wasn't
Indeed.
that long for me. Oh, yeah, we've been to a lot of timey-wimey places.
And you say you haven't got the wyvern venom yet?
No, nor a wyvern to kill a falla, whatever that is.
Let's see. Well, wyverns are also I guess, territorial hunters that often make their nests around mountains and crags and ruins. There's not a zero chance that there are wyverns within the mountains.
Hmm.
Again, perhaps Terran and their band of warriors would have perhaps come across them. If you're looking for them, I would start with asking that settlement.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay.
Is there anything else I can acquire?
I'm just thinking to myself how. I say thinking to myself, I'm saying it out loud. How quick I could get across the continent using the airship if I did want to visit the Guildleaf settlement.
Hmm. That would take longer than a day, certainly.
No,
Yes.
it's a very quick airship, but you'd know.
You could always wait until the tower is aligned in a different place within the plane.
That's
Though I
true.
do not believe I set up a... I did not set up an anchor near their settlement. They are even more territorial than wyverns. In fact, they are what I would describe as fiercely xenophobic to other species, believing themselves to be the most beautiful of all elves. They keep to a very secluded society over there.
Yeah. Well, more stuff. The one we travelled with was quite nice. Didn't really stick to those sort of rules.
Perhaps there is change stirring within their people.
We can hope.
And
Anyway.
you remember, this is a topic that your father was very intrigued on.
Yeah. Hopefully, Laffy
That's,
made some change.
Yeah, anthropology is like your father's
Bread and butter.
expertise. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone's going to get you that moon glove, it's going to be Laffy.
Yeah, I knew that from the start anyway.
Yeah.
It's just we
Okay.
hadn't had any means of going that way.
There is one last place you could get more midnight tears, and that is from Jit. He carries a great number of poisons
Oh yeah.
on his person.
He would. That makes sense. It was very difficult getting just one. I almost got assassinated by a whole bunch of assassins.
Hmm. I doubt he'll give them over freely, but with enough gold, I'm sure you could loosen his grip on them.
Yeah.
Right, with that, I'm going to look up this strange laundry list and figure out why it feels so familiar.
And
Maybe you-
with that, you see
Maybe you wrote it out in
he
the
teleports
future.
away.
And he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, Whoosh, a quick whirlwind of sand, and he's whisked himself away. Cool. Okay. So you might be able to get two birds with one stone by the sounds: wyvern poison and face spider venom, if you are able to visit Terran.
Oh, I know what I'm going to be doing over 10 years. Or whatever time hop we do next.
Sure, sure. Anyone else need to do something before I take us
No.
to the next chapter?
No, you got anything you need to do?
No, not really.
Nothing that's immediately
Hopping
coming
up.
to mind.
Okay. Face spiders, wyverns. All right. In that case, then, we're not going to go full 10 years. We're going to make it the 1 year time skip. We're just going to say in that time, you've already made good headway in griffin taming and riding. You've already began working together with Terry, Eirina, to create the magic item, and he's helping you inscribe the runes. He's overseeing the process, but for the most part, he's kind of hands off and letting you do your thing, because I think you got a really good role last time, and you found a method in which you were able to help the the Corrid hair cooperate, and they seem to be able to thread to the beat of music.
Sorry, Chris, you keep breaking up. I don't know if it's just me.
Cooperate, anyone?
Cooperate?
Just speak a few
Like mine?
sentences, Chris.
Okay. What began as a conflict from the transference of consciousness from flesh to machine escalated into a war which has decimated a million worlds.
Yeah.
You
Sounds
sound
fine
fine.
to me.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Sounds
Ah.
like your side then.
Is Krag helping with the robes?
Oh, she did. She back.
It-
Is it your internet?
I don't know. I disconnected and reconnected. See how that is.
Okay.
Sometimes that can help.
Then maybe you haven't got anything else open on your. No downloads going.
Nope.
Okay.
Just Discord and Foundry.
How bad is it? Can you still figure out what I'm saying?
You're going robot now.
Am I robot for everyone else?
No, you're fine
No.
for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Must be our connection.
I'm
then.
going to close
Is
Discord
it-
and reopen
hold
it.
on.
Hold on.
Hold on. Is everyone else sounding robot?
Am I sending robot when talking now?
Nope.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, that's weird.
James and Jamey are fine. It's just Chris.
Chris is the problem.
But I
But
sound
only-
fine to everyone else.
Yeah,
This is what's weird.
that's a weird combo.
Maybe Steph is just seeing the true Chris.
Oh no, Jamie's
We're not.
breaking up now.
Oh no, never
There
mind.
you
I'm
go.
turning into a robot.
Right, I'm gonna
too.
close this door and reopen it.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say there's only one denominator here.
Yeah.
All right. Brr. What was I gonna say?
And Krag helping with the robes. Krag doing the little Krag things.
Krag doing Krag things. Yes.
Is he helping because he's doing the spell? Is that what it is?
That's right.
It's-
Very helpful.
Krag is leveling up and learning Death Ward.
He is. He's getting deeper into his sorcerer levels.
Yeah, which he'd happily
Once
do.
we-
To be fair, Krag's all about protecting and helping people. So
All
Death
right.
Ward
Welcome back.
would be in his alley.
Do we need to test?
We'll see how we go. I'm gonna stick myself on mute, and then obviously if anything comes up, then I'll put my hand up in the chat or something.
Kadoke.
Ye-
If it helps us end some processes, if it's still bad, I would suggest resetting your router. Which is just unplugging it and plugging back in again.
I know
All
how
right.
to reset a router.
Okay. Well, then
Jesus.
just
Look at Chris mansplaining how to reset a router.
I know.
dwarf splaining.
Snow explaining.
Okay. Right. Time skip. 1 year later to the day. You guys have made some progress on your works, whatever it was you were working on. All right. We are going to dive into this thing which we just established a moment ago with going to Taryn. Because it's one of the things you can get done, Llyvelin, instead of sticking around in here the whole time.
Yes. Well, because it has been overnight at the very least. I'm pretty sure a year is several overnights. Llyvelin no longer wears his hook
Really?
because of the thing you told me I could do. I am going to be swapping out Firebolt for Mage.
Oh.
And you see that he is keeping Mage Hand constantly up as it is attached to the end of his severed arm, like an actual hand.
Cool.
Which is why I was asking about it a couple of sessions ago. I thought it'd be a nice thing, and I hardly ever use Firebolt. So,
Plus, it's also
Your
the
mage
trauma
hand
you
is-
probably don't want to use fire spells.
yeah, maybe that too.
Okay. So, are you going to convince the rest of the pie to come along with you? Help you out?
I mean, it'd be nice if they want to come with. Revised spells, is that it? Yeah.
So I'm guessing
Yeah.
we can all have long rested as well, just to get that out of the way. 'Cause
Yeah. Yes, you can have long rested
No,
300
just-
times.
We didn't sleep for an entire year, you know.
Yeah, we're all exhausted. We're still making Constitution saves.
But we somehow made them for a year. God, what would the luck be involved on that?
We're,
I mean, that's
currently on a difficulty Constitution save roll of 99.
yeah. I suppose you've got the option of do you take the Kiasters or do you take NPCs?
Why would you not take the Kiasters?
I don't know. Maybe he prefers the new friends he's made along the way in the year.
Come on, Leah, Elsie, Krag. Orish can come with, and we'll take Ziff as well. Sorry, did you guys want to come with or?
Far
Rude.
too busy.
No,
I mean,
I'm
could
kidding.
could Orish technically like open a portal to get us there quicker?
Sure, you can open an arcane gate.
That is a
the
fair point.
Would the
Does
airship
Orish
get
use
through
the air?
that? Because that'll be how we'd have to get back, right?
Yeah.
Orish will say, teleport would be potentially with mishaps, and I wouldn't want to risk that, but I could get you an arcane gate a little closer,
Hmm.
500 feet closer, but
Or you
Yeah.
can open and.
That's fine. Just thought we'd ask in case you could get us there, because you've been able to get us through the tower so easily.
I mean, it's a possibility. Let me think of the.
What if you stepped
What's the
outside the tower and
probability?
used the?
So
arcane gate?
he's going to calculate the probability here because he has got teleport, being a conjuration wizard.
Does he have teleport or does he have the one that Chad had?
That's gate. That's a 9th level spell. No,
Oh, and Orish
that's,
isn't 9th level.
actually, and he is. But,
Well, he
and
might
yes,
be.
he does. But he needs a diamond worth 5,000 gold pieces. So
And only Chad carries those around.
it's got those right. So, but teleport is a lot lower level. If you go to a permanent circle, there's no mishap. If
You have a
he's familiar
circle?
with
Yeah.
it, there's a slim chance there's a mishap. If it's a false destination, it's a 50-50. So, how often has he been to Terran? I wouldn't say he's very familiar. I would say he's seen it casually, though. Definitely,
Are
it's a neighboring town.
we safer just taking the airship?
I think we might be in this case.
I mean, it can't be that far away, right? It's
I mean,
the
Tarek said we
neighbouring settlement.
we could get there in like a day, or get there and back in a day. I was just trying to see if there was a way we could make that even quicker.
He didn't say you could get there and back in a day. I think he said don't leave for more than a day.
Ah, that kind of makes sense. Oh,
There's a small chance that there's a mishap when he teleports you.
and then we're gonna think how long we'd have to travel back on foot.
yeah, that's the problem.
Or by-
He can
or
get
by
us one
polygon.
way, but not the other way. Yeah, let's just take the airship, I guess.
It's a nice idea. I was thinking more like if he had the same that Chad had.
Yeah, and
We
we
could
can leave.
teleport there.
We can
And
leave
we could get
Kesh'an
call.
to guard the ship
All right
because we
then.
need him to move the ship.
Cool.
I mean,
Then
I've barely seen him in the past year. He's been meditating a lot
Yeah.
with
yes,
Ladovu.
hasn't he?
Mm.
It's a shame because Kesh'an would love this little adventure. Because you're going
Yeah.
into the mountains and meeting a warrior clan of female warriors. They're pretty badass.
Should we
So-
replace him with someone?
Well, we need him
I
for
mean, yeah.
piloting the ship. But,
Yeah, you need him for the ship.
No, they shouldn't be difficult to get out, Wyvern.
I mean, it's a wyvern and some phase spiders. It shouldn't be too bad.
What if they were like
Oh my god.
phase spiders
Sorry.
riding wyverns?
Phase wyverns.
That's.
Yeah, I was just about
Uh,
to say phase wyverns.
Let's hope that statement doesn't doesn't age poorly. Okay, so
Take on dragons. Dragons are worse than wyverns, right?
let's hope that doesn't age poorly either. Jeez. God damn.
This is where he sends us into a whole nest and there's about 20 of them.
Oh jeez.
Or
Okay,
I'm
so-
embracing the chaos.
This is where like at some point we're going to be like high enough level that we feel unstoppable and we're going to be like, just a bunch of goblins. We can't possibly die to a bunch of goblins and then just get absolutely hoarded by them.
Yep. So, okay, so there will be you exit the tower. Orish does do the honor of at least Arcane getting you to your ship. You set sail, head westbound for Taryn, and over the mountains you go. Let's see. Oh, Taryn. This is the first time ever exploring this as a group. Like, we have never set foot in Taryn before.
Nope.
And well, give us the whole rundown, Llyvelin. Doubt you've got as much lore as
So
what you think.
there will be a few women about, but mostly men, because all the women are out looking for glory and pride by winning battles, wars, whatnot, looking for titles. The women that are there are most likely there because they are taking care of their young up to a certain age, or there to have young before they set out on their amazing adventures. The men stay behind
It's a-
to look after the kids.
It's a bunch of stay-at-home dads.
A bunch of
Okay.
stay-at-home dads looking after the kids and protecting their town and keeping the town going.
All right, there you go.
And-
That's the basic gist.
And the leader, obviously, would probably be female, with the highest titles and glory, and already came back. And yeah,
Right.
it's like
Okay.
the opposite of most civilizations, where women are the peak, whereas the men not so much.
And is
It's a
that
strange-
simply is that a traditional thing, or is that also a biological thing?
Both.
Interesting. Okay. Wonder whether that's tied to a natural occurrence, or if it's a magical or spiritual element to it. Maybe it's a long debated mystery.
It probably would have started as a small civilization that was a bit like a tribe, and then built on that into a bastion surrounding the mountain.
Okay, interesting. All right. Well, as you approach the massive mountainous region, the snow-capped rocks are dotted with little. I say little. They're rather formidable-looking watchtowers, and you can follow these along, almost like a set of beacons that they may be used as a warning system. And eventually you find yourselves overlooking this vast mountainside fortress. Let me see. I'm sure I had an image of something very fitting for this. What the hell? There it is. Oh, there it is. This is the kind of structures you're seeing along the way. These are like watchtowers. Beacons wouldn't be lit. Actually, you know what? Actually, the beacons are lit. So, Taryn calls for aid, it seems. But yeah, which is an odd sight. These these probably would be used in a state of an emergency, and yet you didn't see you haven't heard news of like a war outbreak or some sort of magical interference.
Could
Maybe the armies.
no, because I mean, I suppose that's a good question. Are we in our time or are we in the past at this point?
That's a fair point. Where did we end up? Back up outside.
If you look out towards the south, the horizon, you do not see that strange shattered remnant of the city. You actually see Midra's capital
Oh my
nestled
god!
down there. Yep. You're pre-shattering.
So if we ever wanted to, we could actually visit the city.
Mm-hmm.
In this
For a day.
particular case, then, would any of those who are familiar with Midra be able to potentially roll history checks to remember if they have heard of an emergency occurring at Taran around this time?
Good point.
Yeah. Good shout. Yeah, go ahead, roll. If you've got history, you can roll
Oh.
it. If you
I
haven't, you can roll it and look embarrassed as you roll really low.
I will.
No. Yep.
I got 17. It's still
Not
good.
bad. Eirina's proficient. Did you
I
want to
don't
roll
know.
history? There you go.
I am. My computer is just lagging.
Oh no.
I blame the
So,
lag for that.
so Llyvelin the most likely to have heard something, I guess?
That's not bad. Yeah, 17. Okay.
I think I'm going to
Um,
have to restart the router in a minute because this is driving me nuts.
Would,
Like, even
Yeah.
Foundry is
Okay.
ridiculously laggy.
would Andy know?
And you can they're from Claw Coast.
I was going
God
to say,
knows.
Andy's not even ever really been
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I only rolled for
she wasn't even
Karius.
born yet. She's
Well,
a
that's
baby.
true. Kesh'an technically is from this part and travelled. Oh.
Mm.
No.
No, I'm afraid not. He's in Thunbridge at the time. Okay, Llyvelin.
Wait, could I spend 10 minutes if Llyvelin... No, Llyvelin got a 17. I don't need to do anything. That's fine. I was going to say,
I don't need to do
10
any work.
minutes, I'll ritually cast Legend Lord, but you're fine.
That might still be useful later on once you figure out what's going on. Okay, so yes, years ago, Hamespire Peak was home to the Order of Taran. Order of Haim, which were it was a hermitage for holy warrior monks of Taran. And you remember it was led by what you believe to be a powerful dragon as well. But this monastic order, kept to themselves, unconcerned with the world and its wars, the land grabs, the greed. Their tenet was a simple one: to maintain the material plane's neutrality in the eternal fight between the heavens and the hells. But there was an event. The order was broken when Volrak the Arrogant, an immense red dragon, laid waste to the mountaintop, destroying most of the monastery and slaying the ancient leader, their dragon themselves, who fought to ensure her offspring's escape. And in the melee, it is believed that the dragon, known as Lorheim the Even, slayed. Not slayed, but rather dealt Volrak a crippling injury And after Volrak's maiming, he became manipulative, cultivating a tribe of kobold followers whom he forced to plunder the environs. That's what you remember.
And this was from around a monastery around Taran,
Yes, there was a
within the
monastic
mountains.
tribe of female warrior monks.
Oh,
They weren't all just fighters and barbs. You know, this is where they're like,
yeah.
if there's a monk sect of Taran, there, this is it.
Yeah.
You'd be from Hamespire Peak.
Yeah, and this would be further up into the mountains.
Yeah, right next to Taran, effectively. Yeah, like this mountain right here, pretty
Yeah.
much as a overlooking settlement over Taran.
So of all these towers, I imagine they would creep around the mountains in different ways. Like there might be a line of towers going from like south,
Yeah.
and across, and
Mhm.
as like as the signals. Is the line of towers that are lit going north towards the peak?
There is, yes.
And that's the direction it's lit towards, as in like a warning up to them.
Actually, you can give me a perception check, everyone, as you're trying to figure out where is the warning originating, where is it leading.
I rolled law.
On just in case, because
Still got a 60.
they're perceptive.
Wow. And here comes Andy.
Yeah. 31. They see
I had
all.
the
Okay.
equivalent perception of Andy and rolled the least.
Believe it or not, it's not coming from Hamespire Peak, but rather what looks to be there's like a quarry, and there seems to be a mining outpost, and that's where the warning system is coming from. And you can see the clear trail of lights that flicker from there towards Taran. So it's definitely like a mining organization of Tarans digging into the mountainsides, into the caves and quarries, and that's where the problem is originating.
We turn head
yeah.
further, or you guys wanted to go into Taran?
I mean,
Here's the
you're the
law drop, by
one.
the way.
So have we established how far in the past we are then?
Before the
Oh.
shattering.
Pre-shattering, there's still like give or take a decade or so, but pre-shattering at the very least. Yeah.
Well, if there's an event that happened, then you
Mhm.
know, potentially pinpoint exactly where we are in time.
I mean, that does
Oh.
make sense.
You don't know whether that is the exact time. It's just you see these warning beacons, and you were asking, is there a big emergency that happened in those years
That's fine.
past?
I just wanted to know.
And that's the one that comes to mind. So it could be that, it could be something else, but that this is definitely something that happened. Ainspire Peak was attacked by a red dragon. Yeah.
I mean, if that's where the emergency is happening, we should probably head
No,
there,
it's
right?
not.
No, but I
That's
mean,
what the perception check was for.
the
was
quarry is what I'm saying. It's where we
Yeah,
should be
okay,
heading
the
if that's
quarry.
where the emergency is happening.
Okay, sure.
And
You
then
can
we
head
can-
directly there instead.
And then we can head into the town after we've saved whoever needs saving, I guess. You know, hero stuff.
Yeah, if we manage to get something of this, be it a wyvern or a fizz spider, maybe Karen has already harvested some of any of the others.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go potentially kick some butt, I guess.
All right. In that case, then we have the airship swoops down towards the mining settlement instead. Then. Okay. So, well, you don't have to worry about any uphill battles, at least through through the mountainsides. You just basically park down relatively above the quarry and lower
Yeah.
yourself down if you want.
That's a funny thing. In the time that we live in, an airship is like this mystical thing. Imagine taking it to like even years further back.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
When
I can feather fall us
But
down.
that's what the
maybe.
camouflage is for, remember? It's a cloud.
Yeah, it looks like clouds, and then I can just feather fall us down if we all jump off.
okay then,
I'm happy to do that.
so
First level.
you can descend from your ship using either the ropes or if you want to jump down in style, you can just teleport down. But effectively, when you arrive, you see a local populace. They seem to be kind of gathered round. No one's at work right now. They all seem to be. There's like a disgruntled crowd of miners. I was gonna. So would the miners be guys as well, or because they're doing the work? What they are, yeah. Okay, so there's by the looks a gathering of men, human, dwarf, and probably a few dragonborn as well. And at this point, you see it looks as though one female dwarf is trying to address the crowd and get everyone to calm down. It's clear that they're the voice of authority, and you can hear maybe voices as you're approaching, and that is they're saying, "Well, we haven't got any pickaxes. We have no tools. Like, how are we supposed to work? What do you expect us to use our hands, dig through the dirt?" Another one says, "That and all the swords got taken. We're basically defenseless. If that thing swoops back down, we'll be fish in a barrel." And so there's like a mixture of fear, frustration, and hopelessness. The female dwarf who's addressing them, the crowd, is this figure. Should be able to see them.
Hjalmar.
"What are we gonna do, Hjalmar?" And she shouts, all right, I get the frustrations, the tools, the weapons, we can make more of those. That's not a problem. For now, your safety is of the utmost importance. If the dragon returns, we flee to the mines. Okay? We can't get into the smaller tunnels. Until more help arrives, we're gonna have to wait it out. Do we have more supplies? Do we have food? Yes. No, the dragon didn't make off with any of that. It was more interested in our steel than our meats and rations. One's like, maybe it eats the metal instead of like jerky. They eat like iron and steel. I mean, it was sucking it all up. You saw it. Flew out of our hands. Hjelmer says, I'm going to need some first-hand reports on exactly what happened. And as he's talking about help arriving, she actually clocks you guys approaching.
Descending from
And
the
says-
heavens.
Yeah,
Something from
effectively.
heaven.
Yeah. Right. For now, gather the rations, figure out how many days we can survive until support arrives. Right. She looks around, says, adventurers?
Oh, yeah, spotted us. I was going to go for a dramatic entrance, but still good.
Welcome to Red River. This is a small mining settlement, but you can probably already gather that. Though most other mines have an abundance of tools, right now we have a bit of a predicament. Hjelmer,
Yeah.
pleasure to meet you.
We're the Kiasters. I'm actually, as we're descending down, before we actually get here, are we introducing ourselves as ourselves? Because technically we're not meant to be here time-wise. I'm just establishing that from how we want to introduce ourselves. Just quick flashback.
Fake names, everybody.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So. Yeah. Karius just sort of considers things. Yeah, I'm. I guess. Oh god. Give me a moment. I'm actually going to think of a name. If someone else has got
You
an
can
idea
call
for
me
next name.
Raven. I'm just going with me mum's name.
Okay. Well met, at least. If you want to discuss this out of the cold, there is a guild hall we can discuss things in.
Yeah.
I need to gather a few first-hand witnesses as well. There's been an attack. I want to call it an attack, but no one was actually killed in the encounter. Just all our tools.
Just like
It's a very curious encounter. That's all I'll say.
is this like a
Alright.
people attack or creature attack or
A dragon.
Oh.
A very unique dragon at that.
Oh, we've fought dragons before, so that wouldn't be not in our wheelhouse.
I told you it aged poorly.
Yeah, Karius will introduce themselves as Shallius.
Shallius, all right.
Yeah.
Well, very flavorful name you've got there.
Yeah, it's an old family name.
Now, I've met many beasts in the icy tundras and mountaintops, but nothing's as strange as this. And let me talk it over with a pint, perhaps. And she drags you off to the guild hall, where they do have a bar, and she actually gives you a round of free drinks. And she says, these should be enough to warm your toes. So.
Yeah, tell us your woes.
Right. Well, according to our first-hand accounts, a dragon swept in, and it flew over the town, and then one of the other patrons here says, "I didn't just fly; it more glided." All right. Well, glided, fly. What's the difference? Oh, well, it's the strangest thing, ma'am. It didn't flap its wings.
Interesting.
Did you hear any like weird sounds from it?
No. Well, other than the sounds of pickaxes and swords clanging to it.
How
Right.
exactly
yes.
did it take the items?
A more burly-looking miner approaches is a dragonborn with rippling muscles. Says, "It's got ripped right out of our hands.
Is this
We were
like
working maybe 100 paces away, and that thing just sucked it out of our grip."
are we talking a dragon here or just a dragon-shaped magnet?
Oh, it was a dragon, all right. Carries a crown of swords.
That sound like anything you've heard before, Raven? That's what you said you were going for.
Reagan.
Reagan, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, misheard.
I was going to say Raven. Raven's her brother-in-law.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not. Gareth.
You're all right. You're all
I'm not
right.
used. Yeah.
Yeah, this already sounds really off to me. It doesn't sound like dragon behavior.
Could be something disguising itself as a dragon. The
That's what I'm thinking.
the gliding almost. I
It had the
Ring-
shape of a dragon. It was
it-
unmistakable.
But it could be many things. It could be a kite. It could be an illusion. How often have you people seen this dragon, or is this like the first time?
This is the first time we sent off. We lit the beacons as a way to get supplies. But yes, this is the first time. And here you go. Here's some art.
I'm assuming you were there for this attack.
Aye.
Great. Would you show me the areas that it kind of struck, and I will go and do an investigation.
They show you to the mining outpost. You see upturned mine carts. You see where there's minecart tracks. It looks like something's ripped it off of the wooden tracks, and the planks are kind of lopsided and scattered. And what else? There's no signs of any tools, but there are wooden crates. Ones that there's a shed, like a tool shed, and the roof has been ripped off. And you can make me an investigation check.
Excuse
I
me.
wonder if the shed was made of metal.
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
I'll aid you in the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Seems weird that only the metal things are the things that got affected.
The
Don't even need it.
the rooftop is very steep as a way to keep the snow off of it, but it's actually not made of metal. It's made of wood, but you can see where tiles have been ripped through, and looking from the inside, you can see where a storage cupboard would have been placed, and the roof on that cupboard has also been ripped off. And
like the
there's
thing-
nothing.
Hold up.
Yeah, that's right. The metal hooks holding them have also been ripped off of the walls. A bandsaw has come like ripping out of there as well. No, it's not a lumber mill. There are definitely like little bits and tools, probably making the tracks. And
Yeah.
you're gathering every single metal object has been ripped up, and there's no claw marks. They didn't tear the roof off. It's almost as if the metal was pulled at such a velocity that it ripped itself through the walls. And if it's strong enough to pull up train tracks, this is something incredibly powerful.
Just
I'm almost looking for, like, maybe, because if I'm thinking along the lines of it's a kite or something that's not made of dragon scale, I'm looking for, like, scraps of fabric that might have fallen off it as it's, like, brought up all these sharp objects.
No scraps of metal or
No
anything
scraps
of
of, like,
that
fabric.
sort. No. And
when it
talking to the Dragonborn, he does say, like, I'm telling you what I saw. That thing was a dragon.
when
is
when
there
it
such thing? Oh, go on.
I was gonna say when it sucked up all of the metal, did it like eat it, or did it like stick to itself, or you see?
We heard the clanging sounds, like metal on metal, and we saw the beast's crown, a ring of swords.
I mean, that seems like quite a
That's-
detail.
If the
Just to
tools
make-
were going anywhere, it would have been attached to that.
Just to make sure, there's nothing that about dragons where there's like, because there was quite a lot of new ones brought in a while back with metallic dragons and stuff. There's none that are metallic, magnetic in any way either. It's not like any
Metallic,
special type
magnetic.
of dragon. Or is that something I can roll for to know whether there is such thing as a magnetic dragon?
You can roll an Arcana check with disadvantage, because this is a very peculiar, unique one.
Yeah.
Still not
the-
bad.
The
25.
dragon book that Eirina has, is that just blue dragons?
It's mostly the dragon history of the far west.
Okay.
But yeah, blue
Oh.
dragons for sure.
Hmm.
Well, it only makes sense Llyvelin might know, since they rolled well on the history check. You can recall that Lorheim, the Even, though again very secluded monastic monks, they kept to themselves in the mountains. It's possible that there is such a thing as a magnetic dragon, as you put it. Lorheim wasn't one that was cited very often, but you do recall reading perhaps about all different types of dragons. There were more than just those metallic ones, than like copper and brass. There are actually iron dragons. There are magnetic dragons. There's crystal, gem. There's perhaps no exhaustive list of dragons. There is always a potential being a magical being. There's any number of things it could be infused with, but
So
a
the word
magnetic dragon is definitely a possibility. Yes.
yeah, magnetic dragon is a possibility, and the fact that they're not flapping their wings could easily be that they just glided by and
Mhm.
didn't need to flap for a while.
But the one problem is that you're almost certain that Lorheim died in that siege. That was the history you recall. Volrak, the arrogant, slayed Lorheim, but she did have a clutch of eggs that they kept. One of the most guarded secrets, but
But we've been
that's why
studying
she
them
fought so
together.
fiercely. It was to protect her offspring.
It could be one of her offspring. We just need a direction of where it came from.
Yeah, what direction did this dragon descend from?
They look out to the north and they say, yeah, north. And north, did it return?
Hmm. Right. What does that tell us? Hmm.
Do you deal with these? Well, not this specifically, but creatures of this kind often, or any kind.
No, not often. Though
Like-
there are the occasional wyverns, but not full-on dragons, not of this size.
What about spiders or magical spiders? You ever come across
Yeah.
those?
Deeper in the mines, yes. But I don't think many of us fancy going too deep now that we haven't got any swords or weapons to protect ourselves with.
You mostly avoid the wyverns, or do you kill them?
They can be a pest. Normally, if they feel threatened on their territory, they do attack some of our scouts, our prospectors.
Okay. Just wondering if you maybe had any of their components.
Not readily, no. We're not fighters, but if anyone does, Hjelm will be the one to have fought and slayed a few. Hjelmer approaches. So, what did you figure out? Do we know where the monster is?
We know the direction it came from, but I think the only way we'll really be able to tell is to go scout it out ourselves. Though, Reagan, that spell you can do to learn more about things, do you need to know a name for that, or could you go off like a description as a dragon with a crown of swords? Sounds pretty legendary.
Let me have a look. Name or describe a famous person, place, or object. So I
Would
can
they count?
describe it.
Would they count as famous at this point, I wonder? It's
I can
really
try it as a ritual. It won't cost me anything if I do it that way.
Yeah, that it might not be a bad shout, at least to see if we can gather anything additional.
It'll just take me 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Legend lore of a ritual is pretty cool.
You're doing legend lore?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you? It does have some consumable parts to it, doesn't it?
Let me have a look.
200 incense, 250 gold's worth.
Oh.
And 4 ivory strips. Yeah, I don't have any of that, so I'm gonna have to use
The
this
ivory,
spell.
no, the ivory strips you always have. You've had those every time you've cast it.
200 gold of.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to cast it the first time. Anything with a paid component, you always must fork.
Okay.
So, if you knock off 250 gold, you can cast it. The 4 ivory strips are not consumed, if you read that. So you've always had those.
Okay.
So, tell me when you've knocked off the gold.
It's all in the bag of holding. So can someone knock it off, please? Because I can't. My foundry will freak out if I try to do it.
Bag of holding. Inventory. Yeah. I can do that.
Legend.
Oh.
Done?
Yeah, it's knocked off. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I
All
was
right.
having to
Then.
calculate.
Okay. So you're saying Lorheim as your creature, famous person, or is it the place?
I think she
of
was just
Heimspire.
Yeah.
No, I'm describing a dragon that wears a crown of swords.
Describing a
Is that what you
famous
asked for,
person.
James?
like metallic
Well,
skin as
Name
well.
or
that's. I
Okay.
mean, that's like
Yeah,
the
you want to? All right, that's fine. You can do
potentially
that.
famous thing.
Yeah, you can describe it. It seems. All right, so you're describing a dragon with a crown of swords that reaches out and plucks a name into your mind, not Lorheim, rather a similar sounding name whispers into your ear in Draconic, probably, and that is Torheim.
So
Torheim
one of the clutch.
is one of the clutch. They are a wait, is it? Let me check. Is it the clutch or is it the other dragon? Okay. Seems like there's some holes in your recollection. And Lorheim the Even was actually the father of the clutch and died protecting them. And the mother of the clutch is still alive. And she is an ancient magnetic dragon. And a few years ago is when this happened. So your recollection of the events, it's close. You're not like a decade out. You're maybe just a few years out with that event. And it's then when Lorheim was defeated. The Red Dragon retreated, and they have been scouring the mountainsides in search of this Red Dragon in order to finish them off. They have sworn vengeance against Volrak the Arrogant. And in doing so, they have come across the tribe of kobold followers that they've been cultivating. And they've been trying to hunt them down as a way to hopefully have them lead them to Volrak. And along the way, they have also encountered wyverns, who the kobolds are. It's almost like you're looking through the eyes of this dragon right now, knowing some information and details about it. The kobolds have tamed wyverns. They defend against these attacks, and have even proven successful. One particular attack was able to dislodge and break off one of her horns. And that, where it went, you're not sure. It falls away from your vision, because not even he, she knows where it is. It would have just descended down into the mountains. Perhaps even the kobolds retrieved it and forced her retreat. And now Torheim has been swooping across the mountainsides, stealing the tools in order to perhaps put a stop to the mining, maybe even to get rid of the settlement. But they... How much do you know about this? What information you know, more precise detail information. accurate. Okay. I don't know how much this spell can tell you, but certainly it seems to be a deliberate attack as it passes over these settlements, like as in she's directly flying over them, but you reckon that there's potentially more to it. They're searching, you know for certain Torheim is searching for this red dragon. And they've encountered kobolds, they've fought them, they've lost one of their horns, and for whatever reason, they've now swept over these mining settlements as well. But they didn't attack anyone, like they didn't kill them. That's why you wouldn't really call it an attack. But they did definitely disarm everyone here of weapons. Bizarrely.
Is there any knowledge of what happened to the clutch of eggs?
The clutch of eggs, you start to put the chronological things in order. If it was a few years ago that this attack happened and wiped out the monastery, that means even if they were eggs, they're either not hatched yet or they're like younglings. They'll be wormlings, like no more than 5 years old at the most.
Okay.
But your legend lore doesn't extend to that. To
No, I
those
was just thinking that
necessarily.
obviously if no one knew what had happened, maybe the eggs had gone missing and she's just looking for them. Because if she's a magnetic dragon of sorts, then the eggs potentially would...
Magnetize.
That is...
As a parent, you would think, like penguins with their eggs, right?
Yeah. I'll just fly over everywhere until my eggs stick back to me.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it happened in the mountains, and it could just be that's what's happened. That's my theory.
Maybe, yeah.
Or they're like kangaroos, you know. So even if they are like younglings, they might just go wee
Into the pouch.
Oh, I hope that's true.
Magnetic dragons officially. That's how they handle their young. That's how they stop their young from escaping and getting into trouble.
They just stick them to them.
Until
I
they're
want
strong
it to
enough
be
to
true.
pull away from that magnetic force. That's it.
So
It's literally like walking around like with leashes to the kids.
Yeah, like you know when you put kids
With
on
her on a
rings,
harness.
right?
Yeah.
I love it.
But just with an invisible force.
Magnetic dragons, the ultimate parent.
Yep.
I explain my theory to everyone.
I mean,
Magnetic dragons.
it's not impossible.
I mean, if she's not hurt anyone, right? It would make sense that maybe she's just like looking for her little ones.
Yeah.
Unless the little ones eat the weapons, but that seems a bit far-fetched.
That suddenly would be easier to try and find my mother.
In which case, do we want to, I guess, go see what we can find? Go do some scouting?
What about the monastery? Look, we were heading up that way, right, anyway?
Yeah, this is where it all took place. This is where, as in, where Lorheim was slain.
Well,
And it's
that's what
also the same
it's where
direction
Jamey
in
wanted
which
to go, so I love that
Torheim...
animal.
Yeah, it's also the same direction where Torheim approached from and returned to.
Okay.
Or you can investigate these clans of kobolds and wyverns that have attacked them.
I think the monastery will yield us more clues before we go picking fights. Everyone else?
Okay.
What do we think?
I mean, I'm willing to take your lead on this. You think
Yeah,
that's the
Krag
best way to solve the problem? Then let's go for it.
I think the only way to solve the problem is to figure out what is happening.
Yeah.
We don't want to be attacking the wrong dragon.
Yeah, if they're just
Yeah.
protective, not something want
I
to
honestly
kill.
think you're onto something.
Alright, monastery it is.
Okay.
I'm thinking though, it might be worth, for our own sake, if we get Kesh'an to move the ship a bit further away so it doesn't accidentally get like magnetized by this thing if it flies past. Because it's gonna have metal and stuff on it. We don't want our airship wrecked.
Yep, it's comprised of a lot of metal parts.
Good point.
And you saw how, looking at the shed and the tool cabinet, like those things got ripped through the wood. Like the wood did not stop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, if Kesh'an can just take it a little ways away, like we
Yeah.
can just know when we're ready
They can.
to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could take it to Taryn, I guess.
Yeah.
Hjelma says your airship will be firmly protected in Taryn. We can disembark from there. If you're planning to go to Heimspire Monastery, I can tell you that that place has been abandoned for a long time.
Oh, I love a haunted house.
Hmm. Well, I should say abandoned. I don't. What I really mean is everyone there died.
Again, I love a haunted house.
Okay. Well. All right. Then. You mind if you give me a lift?
Yeah.
I need to get
we'll-
back and explain everything to Taryn.
Yeah, we'll
anyway.
get Kesh'an to give you a lift back, and we'll head up there. Do we have an? I mean, is that much
Well,
of a
Taryn's
trek to
effectively
get?
on the way.
Oh,
And
that's
there used to be
good.
a mountain path from Taryn to Heimspire Peak when
Sorry, I'm not that.
they would do some trade.
Yeah.
So,
Also,
yeah,
I
you're
wouldn't have been
basically
calling them Kesh'an. I would have
Mhm.
been saying the kitty cat or something.
Cool. Sure. So you head west, then up north, and yeah, there is massive ballistas, and at the top of one of their castles is practically like a helipad that you can land your airship down onto. There are very professional looking guardswomen. They are fully equipped in like full plate and what looks to be like they have javelins and heavy crossbows. And man, I wish I had a piece of art of what's their name? One of the iron embers. But they're here as well. And Helma has to report to the Iron Embers. They are a dragon hunting specialist group, and Helma kind of gives the full report to them before saying that they're going to continue the investigation up in Heimspire Peak with you guys. So, all right. As it happens, when they return, Helma has what looks like a grim face. She says, "I've got bad news. The dragon has attacked some nearby homes. Some of the smaller settlements between here and Heimspire, as it happens. And, well, as a result, there is also now a bounty on their head. I've tried to convince the Iron Embers that we're going to be looking into it. But if we don't prove successful in
then
And if
they'll
your
do their hunt.
theory is wrong, Eirina, then they'll be doing their dirty work. The Iron Embers are a brutal, unforgiving lot who kill dragons with a frightening efficiency. Let me put it that way.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Are these the guys I blew up?
No.
Oh my god.
That was an organization of Brass Dragonborn who...
Okay, that's fine.
y-
I was
yeah.
worried for a second then.
Was
No,
this
they
the
do-
organization that, like, the character I played for a little while who got killed by the fire elementals was part of?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
it
the
was.
Iron-
It's
the
also
Iron
what
Embers was-
Kavar is from.
Yeah. the Iron
Jamey
Embers
also
are like
played as one.
the capital's elite, but they mostly dealing dragons. But they're
Yep.
not opposed to fighting other things as well. But they're like, yeah, the capital's elite guards, so to speak.
They are like dragon slayers. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're there to prevent threats from the city, like the major capital city. And it seems they've heard reports as well. Smaller settlements around Midra have been attacked, and they've been dispatched to Taran, it seems, to
You know
deal
what?
with the problem.
They are probably the reason that I know so much about dragons. If they're from the
Probably.
capital, I've probably had to rewrite their reports and scribe everything for the history books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them are unfortunately are gory details of, killing the dragons in the most cruel ways, like harpoons, like clipping their wings, bringing them down, and then chopping them to pieces.
It's fine, I leave that out of my reports.
Okay.
Ain't
All
no need
right.
for that sort of detail.
Yeah.
I'm now just getting
Alright.
the feeling that, like, Eirina was like a propaganda person for them, like making them seem more heroic than they actually are.
Hmm. Well, that would
No,
have been.
she just didn't approve of glorifying them cutting up dragons.
Yeah, it's just
So for her, it was a matter of, no, I'm not going to let these people be heroes for doing something that's
Mhm.
terrible.
Kavar is like the epitome of what happens when you slay so many dragons that you kind of almost become a monster yourself. And he was a black dragonborn, I think, originally. He kind of almost gave in to the beast at some points. It was the second playthrough of Baba Yaga's Dancing Heart, in fact. Anyways, okay, so they did their best as well. The Iron Embers, Helma says, the Iron Embers did have some run-ins with it as well. I believe they managed to get a few good hits in before it retreated, but it seems they're not well equipped for dealing with a magnetic dragon. And wooden swords are certainly not going to pierce the scales of an ancient dragon.
Karius just sort of considers their weapons, right? Which ones am I leaving on the ship? I'm actually trying to think which. I think my wave bender is technically not metal, because that's like the ore. I don't know if the geode flower would be.
You think to yourself while you're doing that.
Hmm.
So, she says, the Iron Embers gave me a couple of other insights. Apparently, they do know how to bring it down, but they're going to have to wait on their sorcerers to arrive. They weren't as well equipped. They've got just your average fighters and weapons, but they do have something that's en route. A pyromancer sorcerer. Apparently, heating up the dragon causes it to lose its power of flight.
Oh, well, we should have no problem with that then if we do need to fight it.
And of course, when they try to launch their ballistas at it, apparently it can repel the iron and steel. So, yeah, we'll have to think of something else to counteract that. But, all right, for now, we should be on our way.
Yeah.
And are you going to wear that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
She looks at
considering.
you and your breastplate,
Yeah, my
as well
full
as
plate
Eirina and
armor.
the scale mail. I'm like,
It is
it's your funeral.
is adamantine magnetic?
Is adamantine a ferrous metal?
I have no idea.
Only one way to find out. She says as she begins
this
marching
is
off
blue
onto the
dragon
trail.
scale. It's not metal scale.
Ah, well, you might be all right then.
No, it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Right, so I will be leaving I'm going in so under tanky. I'm not going to have my AC is going to be 13 for this.
Oh God. All right.
Do you want my shield?
Your shield's wood, right? But don't.
Well, it's a helmsman thingy, so it's a helmet, I would assume. But it's magic, so.
Yeah, that would be good. But then again, if I'm probably not going to be able to use the. Okay, this is a question because I don't know based on its visual. Is any part of the geode flail metal?
The geode, definitely not like the head.
Yeah. I was
But I
wondering
do
whether it
imagine
had.
the chain being
Right.
metal.
In which case, I would have bought more. I'm gonna have to.
could
The only.
Try to use rope instead.
No, it's fine. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to only bring my Wavebender's Liamano for this in terms of weapons, because that is made of
Okay.
wood
All right.
and is magical.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'll take that, and in which case I won't be able to use the shield because it's two-handed. So you keep your shield, Eirina, and I'll just have to not get hit.
Mm-hmm. All right. Off we go. We're en route. And as mentioned, there's well-defended trails, watchtowers, and patrols on the way up to the mountain. So nearing the base of it is pretty easy going. However, there is some very on high alert guards, and you can see the warriors have mounted ballistas on these watchtowers. One guard kind of eyes you warily and then calls out, "You're not heading to Hamespire Peak, are you?"
Yep.
There are dragon sightings.
Good.
We're here for.
says, "Yeah, it's all right. They're with me, at ease." She gives Hjalmar a kind of warrior's salute, and then says, "All right, well, be careful. And watch your step as well. We got a few good shots as it passed by, but it's probably recovered by now. But you'll see some... If you see any of those metallic shards, then, yeah. Don't step on any." And you'll see which you'll see very quickly what she was describing as you continue up the trail. You see dull grey metallic shards that shimmer with a rainbow iridescence protrude from the ground.
Okay. Huh. How long do we think it'll take to get to the actual monastery?
Few hours.
Alright, okay, I'll keep what I had in mind. I'm gonna have to play this very differently to what I normally would, but it's fine. Alright, let's just go ahead and be careful, I guess.
Okay. So, anyone wish to investigate these strange metallic shards as you work your way up the mountainside?
Yes.
Side?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Yes. The two nerds are naturally going to want to have a look.
Yeah.
You get closer.
Yeah.
I'll
I
say
have
you
something
kind
I
of
want to
each
try with
pick
one
out.
of them.
All right. I'll say you each pick out like a different shard on the way up. There's the one that you're approaching, Llyvelin, looks like the remnants of like a decade-old wreckage of a minecart, and they look practically glued to one such shard. And there's nails and a rusted axle protruding from it at odd angles. And Eirina, you find a separate one that seems to have a few spear tips in them, like the ends of javelins, as well as arrowheads seem to be stuck to it as well.
How big are these
There's a number.
shards?
They're pretty big. If they're big enough to attach a minecart to, these are.
Are they shaped kind of like the scales on my armor, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This thing is
Wow.
ginormous, you guys.
Yes. Yes, it is. You're estimating.
This one's a huge fecker, y'all.
I mean, by that, in terms of size, we've met at least one ancient dragon before when we met that one in the Blue Dragons, right?
Yeah.
But based on the scale size, does this look like it's going to be even bigger than that?
It's. Yeah. By the scale size, it's.
Oh, this is going to be.
Big girl.
It is going to be. I mean,
Gargantuan.
If I remember rightly, female dragons do tend to be on the larger side compared to the males in some cases.
And we're not exactly looking to kill.
Much like our people in Taryn.
Yeah. Wonder if that's sort of some weird resonance between maybe this mountain peak or something.
We're not. Yeah. So we're not looking to kill the dragon unless we know it's done bad, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be trying to
well,
harm anyone.
On the way, you do see small little outposts. Would have been homes. They have been decimated.
Oh.
And yeah, they have attacked.
But we don't know which of the dragons did that.
Yeah.
Unless
Eirina
it's...
and Llyvelin can make me strength saving throws.
Strength saving throws.
Yeah.
Saving.
Okay.
The nerds are getting too close by the looks. All right, Llyvelin, something on your person suddenly rips from your grip. Thankfully, you did say you're not wearing your hook, which is good. But your horn, where is it? Yeah, your silver horn of Valhalla suddenly gets yanked towards the shard.
Oh, no, that would be in the bag of holding.
Well,
if it's
says
anything,
there
it's
it's
probably
on.
the ring of fire on my hand.
Oh, geez. Well, that you feel your hand get yanked to the left, and then it slips off of your finger, basically like ripping a layer of skin off as it does, like as
I've seen
the
pictures of
velocity
that.
is. Yeah, it's nasty. And you hear that ting sound as it connects to the shard.
Hmm.
Oh, God.
As for Eirina, you've got your shield, right? Your helmsman's buckler. That's also metal.
Is it
right?
metal?
Made from a ship's wheel, right? The helmsman's shelter.
Have a look. So we're going to get to the bottom of this by looking at the artwork, and the artwork says otherwise. There's definitely
yeah.
metal to
Yeah.
protect the
It's
spokes.
like I'm
Otherwise,
steering a ship. I'm like, yeah.
it's mostly a helm, but if there
But then
was
it's got that metal
spokes, the
circle in
arrows
the
would
middle.
fly straight through the spokes. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. The metal plate on that seems to be pulling, but you're actually strong enough to hold on to the shield. It's like strapped to your arm, so you've got much more like strength behind it, and yeah, you're able to hold your ground. And it's a heavier object, so
Yeah.
whereas the ring just slips right off.
Can Karius try their experiment?
Yes.
How am I getting the ring back?
That's a
Well,
question.
that from what we were told, if you heat it up, that should affect the magnetic capabilities.
Hmm.
But what Karius is going to do is he's going to try to lightning lure one of the metal shards to see if that affects the magnetism in any way. I basically just want to hit it with electricity from a bit of a distance to see what happens.
Lightning does not seem to have an effect, but it does seem like you didn't have to put as much effort into aiming the lightning lure, maybe.
Huh. So it's easier to hit, but does it do damage as normal, for want of a better... Like, does it look like it resisted the electrical current, I guess? 'Cause it's part of the
No, it looks
creature.
like it strikes the scale, leaves like a small scar on it.
Okay, well, I suppose my lightning is kind of special anyway, but that at least means that I can be effective in this fight without burning through a lot of sorcery points. I think if you heat up or cool down a magnet, I'm pretty sure that does something. So you might be able to firebolt it, because I don't know, you've no longer got firebolt in character.
Yeah, you dick.
Yeah, I've seen you throw fire about plenty. You could throw a firebolt at it, right?
I could. I mean, it's cold damage. I believe I could do the chill
Cold?
touch.
No, chill touch is necrotic.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the most poorly named spell in the world.
Oh.
You could
The
use
chill of the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Sorry, because I read it as chill. Yeah. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that must be cold.
Yeah, you could maybe try to grab it with Mage Hand, see if you could yank it off that way.
Can try. I'll try to mage hand it off.
Hopeless. Doesn't budge.
I will
Yeah.
use create bonfire.
There you go. So a bonfire begins to erupt underneath the metal, and it does look like the shard is like a superconductor. And after some exposure to the heat, it seems the cart that was attached to it collapses off to the side. The axle drops and spins around for a moment, and your ring bounces off the rock and into the snow.
Thankfully, the ring won't be hot because it's fire resistant.
Yeah. I shove it into the bag of holding for now.
Hjelma says, that's interesting. Now that I remember, there were tales of some of my people seeing a far-off battle between the grey and red dragon. I think there were stories about when the red dragon struck it with its fiery breath, the grey dragon rapidly lost altitude.
I think you're likely to find that the red dragon is the source of the problems. I don't think the other one is really at fault here.
Are you sure? Let's get to...
I mean...
We can investigate that ourselves, and as you're approaching, as I say, let's take you to a map. Why not? Let's see.
I mean, a red dragon seems like could be the natural enemy of a magnetic dragon if the heat affects its magnetic capabilities.
Here you go.
But there is also a history between these dragons
Yeah.
that I've read about.
So, as you're approaching, there is quite a fierce weather whipping up, it seems. I think there are still some torches you can light up here. So I'll just give you some light. There is a scene of destruction on the way here. Broken buildings. And you can give me an investigation check again as you're approaching.
Investigation.
Not 20. Ooh, okay. Pretty good checks all round. All of you come to the same conclusion. There's no scorch marks of a fiery breath here. When a red dragon attacks, it leaves an unmistakable mark on its landscape. There'd be burnt buildings. There'd be charred skeletons. Instead, you find looks to be much more of a physical attack. It looks like claws have rendered through buildings and stomped out structures and bridges. One in particular
But we
is
also
over
know
here.
that the red dragon has a crippling injury, which is why he started sending the kobolds, right?
It's
Potentially
true.
it can't use fire anymore. Hello?
I'll say that is a theory, but then
Oh, these are all theories. I'm just spitballing. I just don't want
Llyvelin-
everyone to accuse the other dragon when my theory is
Sure.
that it's a mother looking for its clutch of eggs.
Yeah, that is a theory, but Llyvelin's Nat 20 will probably find some other clues, and that is that once again, wherever there would be metal, nails, or nuts and bolts, or perhaps pots and pans, where there's like a kitchen in some areas, they've all been ripped apart. In fact, as you're looking through here, you don't find any metal whatsoever. The bridges have collapsed, some of them out of sheer size and strength, and some simply because all the beams and nails have been pulled from them.
Yeah. So it's not well, either it's being done on purpose or they're just flying by and it's naturally just
No,
pulling
as
everything up.
I said, there's claw marks.
Oh, there is claw
This
marks
looks,
as well. Oh.
yes, this looks deliberate, and it looks like something has stomped around here. There's clear marks where it's landed and swiped at buildings and broken homes.
Oh, this dragon is purposely getting aggressive.
Pissed about something.
And these are more recent. There are perhaps, so maybe there are some guards here as well. Some more of the iron embers are posted here, and they say this happened like yesterday.
So that
Which
would mean
is
we're on the right
more
track.
recent. It went to the mines first, maybe a few days ago, and now we're talking yesterday. It's attacked homes, and Helma says this is getting more problematic, and I do worry that we're either running out of time or the iron embers are going to be mobilized.
At this point, I suppose we need to do this as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I don't have my usual method of transportation, as that's metal, because I would have left the glaive flying aboard the ship. I suppose I'm going to have to search for dragon with dragon. And as I want to be up there as well. But then again, a day, it could be so far away in that time. Iron Ember people, based on which direction did it leave in?
went north.
North. What's up north from here?
Hamespire Peak, a mineral-rich mountain famed for the quality of its iron ore.
Alright.
Until recently, it was the domain of Volrak, a lazy, greedy red dragon, content to let its kobold underlings fetch tithes from the surrounding lands.
Wait, until recently that stopped?
Yes, apparently, reports a few years back, Voldrak has not been seen for much, but inhabitants of Taryn and of the peak surroundings are largely content with their lot. Lazy dragons are much less of a nuisance than ambitious ones. And kobolds are easy enough to deal with. This new dragon, however, keeps stealing all their tools and attacking smaller settlements. Those who've seen it say it appears as a grey-black spread of refineries. Well, I would say it's more of a strange adornment to have a crown of swords, but
And how far is the monastery from here now?
just probably a 2-hour trek.
And that's on
If the
foot.
weather eases up, you can make it there quicker, probably.
The weather being
But it is-
snow and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can only clear that in a small area because unfortunately it doesn't.
Yeah. Let's see.
I can't
at this point,
move. Control winds
probably
with me,
trekking
unfortunately.
out into the cold. I do need a check against the extreme cold. So it'd be a Constitution saving throw from everyone.
I escaped these.
Oof. Well, you had escaped them. Anyone who has resistance to the cold can roll advantage.
Oh me. What?
You actually passed it. We.
What?
That's crazy.
So the cold doesn't bother her anymore.
She's getting
Oh.
used to it now.
Yeah, by the looks. I mean, there are travel moments in the desert where you've had to travel at night, and that is freezing cold. So it's always extremes in the deserts.
Right. We can probably get there quicker, but I think on foot might be our best until we're closer.
Mm-hmm. Llyvelin, that's a fail. Kesh'an,
Yeah.
Kesh'an remained on the airship. They're not with us.
So I'm guessing I've
Oh.
just added a point of exhaustion.
level
I
of
think-
exhaustion, yeah.
No.
Is Kesh'an not
Because-
coming?
I imagine they'd be
Alright,
guarded. Yeah, it's just
Alright,
probably
fine.
easier.
Let's get rid of them. Yeah. Okay, get rid of Egbert too then. All right. Grimoire's probably like, you really need to wrap up, Llyvelin. You look like you're shivering like a skeleton.
Oh.
If I've got anything that could help him.
Oh yeah, crap. Why didn't I think of this? Yeah, I put on my flag off heat protection coat.
Well, there you go.
I specifically made this so I didn't have to worry about the cold as much. When we went
Supposed to
up
be a
the,
highly intelligent wizard. Now start acting like one.
it's hard keeping track of all the items.
I'll let you roll that again, because if you did have that, you would have felt the cold a lot sooner than this.
Yeah.
I
let's
don't
see.
remove the exhaustion. Roll it again. You're
Oh,
probably
you
still
want me to
likely
roll
to
it
fail.
after putting it on. Okay. Because it'll affect my rolls. Exhaustion.
No, I'm not. Oh, yeah. Well,
I thought you were
whatever.
going to. It
Yeah.
didn't matter anyway.
No.
No.
I said roll it again because you're likely to fail anyway. Yeah. See, so you're still freezing cold.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it's gonna be a struggle. On the way then, there are more shards of dark grey crystal thrust up out of the ground, rippling with kind of rainbow shimmers. And it seems as you're right up in the mountains, there's even an inquisitive herd of goats eyeing the party from the sheer face of a cliff. Their horns seem to be warped to create sharp right angles, almost forming squares atop their heads. But otherwise,
In
they don't seem
order
to...
to make our journey a bit easier, and so we're not potentially walking into the snow, I'm going to use my storm guide feature to alter the direction of the wind in a 100-foot radius sphere centered on me, so it's blowing from behind, basically pushing us forward.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, cool.
There is another
Yeah.
feature of this, but I don't know. It would be a DM thing, because technically snow is a form of precipitation. It's basically frozen rain, and I have something that would allow me to stop rain falling in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on me. But I don't
How's
know if
that?
that would
Wait.
work for snow. That's part of Storm Guide. If it is raining, you can use an action to cause the rain to stop falling in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on you. But I don't know if that would count towards snow.
I mean, if you turn it into rain with enough heat
Yeah.
as it's landing towards you.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a persistent fiery?
You want me to set myself on fire? Is that what you're asking me?
If you set yourself on fire, I can stop it snowing on us, which will make the journey easier, and I can keep the wind blowing from behind us too.
The problem is I can only do that once, so if the dragon comes out, I'm not going to be able to help as much.
That's true.
Say that again, Andy.
I have pyrotechnics.
Pyrotechnics.
What does that do?
It's like fireworks, right?
Spell?
I also have dragon's breath.
Just a constant fiery breath upwards to keep.
So if
How
we
long
find wood, I could set it on fire.
I mean, there's plenty of wood. There's lots of destroyed wreckage you could easily pick up. Though,
Yeah, I mean, if
most of these spells are kind of either instantaneous or last a minute.
yeah,
This is a 2-hour trick.
That's true.
oh, that's true. Do I have anything like?
Prestidigitation, you can warm a cubic foot of non-living material for an hour.
Wait.
And it's a cantrip.
Alright, she does that.
And I will additionally assist by shaping water, because I think that allows me to freeze and unfreeze things.
The other option is Andy just starts playing like jazz music and we all just keep by dancing our way up the mountain.
I can't remember what the improved version of Skateboard does.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. I think it doesn't have an improved version, Shapewater, but yeah, you can heat things up. I was surprised you don't just have a fire cantrip. One
Well,
of
I
you.
have create bonfire.
And Llyvelin has no firebolt anymore.
Nope.
No, he got rid of it.
No.
Cool. Okay, cool. Well, I think between the wind being blown behind you and enough spells to warm up consistently every 6 seconds, especially with a bonfire as well, you can just literally make bonfires in front of you every few steps.
Hang on. Let me see. How far can I cast these away from us?
You can only have like one up at a time. So
Yeah, it's 60 foot. So I set one up, and then when we get to it, we warm up for a bit, and I set up the next
Another one.
when we're ready to go.
She's creating
And
her
then in
own
the
Cool.
beacon.
between stage, Andy's keeping us warm.
Love it.
Yeah, creating your own
Cool.
beacons.
Yeah.
Excellent. Andy precipitates your clothing to warm it up. Bonfires as a nice little.
Oh, please, please, please. When she does that, they kind of go poof. You know, like there's a puff of air through them.
Ah,
There's just like
yes.
this steam that comes off
Yeah.
of them.
Nice.
And
Yeah, that sounds
just like when you take it out of the tumble dryer.
Yes.
That sounds like it feels really nice.
Not that they know what a tumble
Perfect.
dryer is.
No,
I'm
it's
just saying
true.
it's just like it. It doesn't necessarily mean.
Then perfect. You get this warm little trail of bonfires, and eventually the wind pushes you so much that with a tailwind, I'll say you make it there in less than 2 hours, probably like half the time. And because the snow is also being melted, there's no difficult terrain because the bonfires will just create this clear path. So you can get there in 1 hour, and on the way, you even melt a couple of the streams in the area. There's a water nearby that, as maybe some of you are a little bit thirsty. Is Taklo with you?
Yeah.
Taklo will hop over, a little drink from the water, and then they kind of stumble back, and then telepathically they say to you, "Ah, blood, blood."
Karius
Yeah.
will investigate the water.
You look at it, and there's no blood spatters or dead bodies like in the stream. It's just
But
orange tinted.
like rust and metal in it, I guess. So it's got that metallic taste like blood does, even though it's not blood.
Yes.
Like iron.
Yeah.
Mhm. Iron-rich water flows from the mountain that you're just at the base of now. Well, not the
Which
base. You're like
Which makes
nearly at the
sense,
peak.
but it could also be part of the dragon influencing the surrounding area because they can do that.
Yep.
Enough ones.
And in fact, as you finally breach the peak, you see even the snow further up has a slight yellow tint to it. No, it's not what you're thinking.
Oh, just make Steph out to make a comment.
I
Right.
shut that down.
In
Okay.
which
Dragon
case,
bee!
You would be trudging through the snow, but instead you are walking the kind of melted path, and then it turns towards the mountain peak, winding its way up a ravine. The ravine widens to a huge hollow within the mountainside, filled by two colossal statues with blue gems filling the three remaining eye sockets not destroyed. The path falls away on all sides, but ahead, connected by a bridge of icy vines, a few intact buildings are at the foot of a cascade of a ruined masonry. Let me just give you the map. It's going to be easier to visualize.
I'm wondering if Andy's having flashbacks to her first adventure. White dragon, ice, snow.
Yeah. I've done this before. It was colder then.
It was a very small dragon, though.
It's true. Here you go, guys.
That's actually really pretty.
It's a really cool map.
It is.
So I'm
This is the warrior monks of Taran, Hamespire Peak.
I do not trust walking across this bridge.
Well, at least you got glaive.
We'll slide.
Well, I think at this point, in readiness for what's coming potentially next, and potentially for negotiation purposes, I think it might be time for Tactfully to get big again, and then they can ferry us across.
Is there a tilt to this bridge, or is it flat completely?
Tilt? No, but it's
Like a
very
slope.
kind of bumpy.
Actually,
Like it's not a flat surface, but it's not tilted. It goes from straight. The elevation is increased, but it's not a flat surface.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know if I could slide down it, but if it's flat, that's no good.
Could teleport us all over there if we want a safer way of getting across, but that seems a waste of a high-level spell.
I mean, Andy, you're quite dexterous, right? How do you feel about trying to go over this bridge first?
When you say you're quite dexterous, she kind of like just casually does like a back handstand. She then cracks her knuckles and she goes and gives it a go.
Go for it.
Dex save? Or...
To like, sorry, acrobats. You would, if you're doing something, it'd be in acrobatics.
Yes.
Yeah, a saving throw is if something's happening to you.
Right, yeah, of course.
Well, it
Sorry.
doesn't matter. It depends on how slippery this bridge is. So...
That's
Let's give
That's
this
true.
a go. Oh yeah!
wait, what?
What is this nonsense?
No way, a 33.
Natural 20.
Okay, that's crazy.
She literally just kind of like, literally on one foot, just ice skates across it.
She's going all over the bumps, and she's
Yeah.
doing like little
Yeah.
jumps and twirls,
It's
showing off.
perfect balance. Sliding
flip.
across,
I'd love to see a round
flip,
zone from that bridge.
pirouette, and you finally, you don't like slam into the wall. You gracefully kind of glide to a slow stop. That's it, and you turn around. Looks like Andy's made it. No problems.
Easy peasy.
Looking at the bridge, does it look like there were any like what I was watching her get across? Does it look like it was negatively impacted by like her passing, like broke parts
it's-
at all? Or is it very solid
it's-
still?
Well, Andy's very light, so no, you don't see anything like breaking away, but it does look incredibly slippery. And
Yeah.
it's also trying to keep balance as well, as you notice as you're looking over the edge, Karius, at your distrust of this area. It does look to be roughly a 500-foot deep ravine
Hmm.
that Andy just skated over fearlessly.
Yeah. I can technically. I have multiple ways to get over there. Do I, if I need to? But
Guys, it's fine. Come on over.
alright.
It's definitely difficult to cross, but maybe you could either try to crawl, you could try to go slowly.
I think I'm gonna get down on my belly and try and like every so often reach forward and grab where the like knots are.
You're
and
gonna
pull
worm it
myself-
across.
and pull myself on my belly.
Yeah.
All right. The other option is to go across the arms and shoulders of the statues, but they're also difficult terrain due to their smooth, icy texture.
I mean, that spell lasts 10 minutes. I could do that one by crossed. I mean, that might be useful just in case someone falls.
I feel like I'm just singing to myself as I go across there. So worm at the bottom of the garden.
Yeah, let's try and get across the normal way, but I'll wait for I think one at a time is our best bet.
Just because it's funny, as Eirina's getting towards halfway across, because I'm not going to risk it, I polymorph into an eagle and just grab her along the way.
Oh no, I'm literally a worm being taken by a bird.
Mm.
I will.
No.
You're polymorphing? All right.
Yeah.
In which
'cause
case, if we're doing spells to get across,
Yeah, 'cause I know I have an exhaustion, and I don't like my chances without exhaustion. Never mind with.
Okay.
I just look at Eirina worming across, and I just sort of smile and chuckle, and then just grab her along the way.
Hey,
a
I was
follower.
making progress.
I imbue Tackler with magic and turn them into a bigger dragon so I can fly across. And then I'll
Okay. Giant eagle. Let me give you permissions, I guess, of this thing.
normal
I
Tackler
guess-
is no longer here.
Jamey, owner.
No,
There you go. She better
technically,
move that thing.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
All right, that's
Probably.
you for now. I'll just make you a little invisible. Cool.
Yeah.
Eirina, yeah, you're kept pulled up in the clutches of this thing as it swoops over you. And
Magic is not the answer to everything, Llyvelin. Sometimes you just have to do shit.
I
you have to
I
get down on
loosen
your
the
belly.
grip and then grab her again just as she starts to slip.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Suddenly you feel the air around you feels strange to fly in. And what?
Am I going to be a bigger eagle?
no, I think the air is going to be
Should've
hard
went
to
down.
find.
Oh, okay. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Eirina as well, because I just noticed there is some strange regional effects in here. That's a 10. That's not good. That's not good.
Would I have advantage because I am flying?
That's the problem.
Ron, this is all your fault. I
That's
was
the problem.
fine.
The issue with flight is there seems to be what feels like a shunting effect that just pulls you towards the ground, like a wave of magical force. And I don't suppose you're flying that high, right? Because you're just trying to get to the other
No,
side.
I'm just gliding over the top.
Okay, so how high? What do you reckon? Like 10 feet? 10, 20?
If that, I'm like
15?
grabbing her and just coasting to the other side.
Coasting? Okay. That's not too much of an issue then. But I will say you both take 2 bludgeoning damage then if you're just off the ground. You're not like miles up in the air. You feel, for whatever reason, this shunting effect drags you back to the ground. You both land prone some ways across the bridge. I'd say like here. And it feels like you're just being pinned to the ground. Eirina, you're only pinned because there's a giant eagle on top of you.
Yeah, I probably tried to soften the blow with the wings.
Oh yeah.
Do I also
And
need
this
to make
is-
these
That
checks?
was my fault.
Were you trying to fly on your dragon?
Yes.
Your dragon will need to make a dexterity saving throw as well. Okay, that's a success. You don't end up, well, dying. I know this is the route you took right here.
Yeah.
Right, you flew across. Thankfully, as you actually managed to stabilize yourself before you go across this 500-foot ravine, because you would have been descending at 120 feet per round and slammed down to the bottom. Instead, as you're trying to lift off, you feel yourself pulled, yanked back down, but you're able to land on your feet as well, so you don't take any full damage, but you are unable to fly, like physically, and those who are not polymorphed can give me an Arcana check.
Well, that's just unfair.
Yep. A 24. Okay, Eirina, You called it. You're right. Not everything can be solved with magic. This, for you, you've studied some this area of magic, arcanomagnetic grounding. This is what it's called, the scientific term.
Yes.
Arcanomagnetic grounding is where within a mile of this layer, it seems, there is a magnetic field that shunts flying creatures back down with a wave of magical force to the ground. You are in the midst of that. If you do not have like a natural way of flying, then you're going to be a little stuffed here.
Oh, so regular Taklo. No, wait, what? Regular Taklo is familiar.
Taklo is fine, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Taklo isn't using magic to fly. He just has a fly speed.
Yeah.
So weirdly, Taklo's the only one not affected.
I will carefully then stand up and I will start to roll the eagle across the bridge.
Okay. All right.
This works.
Give me what is it? Give me an acrobatics check with the eagle, with advantage, because Eirina's helping here.
Air quotes, helping.
I just want to check something because I think I was saying.
I was trying to help, and by that I mean squawk.
Oh, okay, so come in.
Squawk, squawk.
Oh, 100% no, you were trying to help.
Squawk. And he did try and cushion the blow with his wings.
I know. I just pat him on his head
Squawk.
and then keep rolling.
My dragon with its clawed feet, which are probably able to more securely grip into the ground so it won't slip as much, will start walking across with Karius on their back.
Okay. What did you get on your acrobatic check, Llyvelin?
Acrobatic.
Yes, Dex for your eagle.
It was a 10 before. Deck. Save again, I guess.
No, acrobatics. Dex, just check.
The eagle doesn't have acrobatics.
Yes, Dex, just Dex
Yeah,
check.
just roll straight
Click
deck.
Dex.
Okay. It's the same anyway.
That's the point. Okay, and that's not advantage, so roll it again.
Oh.
There you go, that's much better. Okay. It does appear as though Eirina has got you steadied. Your arms are rolled up your wings are kind of like rolled up. One's like round behind you, one is flapped around you. You've become a little eagle burrito as by the time you end your movement at the end of the bridge.
Oh my god.
And Eirina seemingly doesn't have to make a check. It does look like crawling on your belly and being very slow and steady does win the race. So that works. Seeing that, Karius, do you still wish to try and balance, or do you wish to try and crawl?
So I'm on the back of the dragon, but the dragon will crawl. Like using its claws to sort of dig in and pull itself along, so it's kind of grippy.
Gotcha.
Almost like built-in snowshoes. Or or crampons, that's the word I was thinking of.
Alright. It is, however, when perhaps you get across, you're riding a dragon. Something happens when that occurs, and Taklo is also saying, I've got a bad feeling about this. Suddenly, as a dragon is detected, the statues that watch the entrance of the monastery seem to be primed to activate as soon as some sort of draconic trespasser is detected. Ribbons of shimmering energy link the statues and vines to a dome of energy around the monastery buildings. This wave looks like some sort of complex trap that seems to be mainly the statues and the vines. So the first thing is an arcanomagnetic repulsion. Okay, so Anyone between the monastery buildings? Between the monastery buildings? I mean, we're up there. Let's see. I think everyone's going to need to give me a strength saving throw. Yes.
Oh no.
Nuts.
Complex traps.
I have a +0.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, nat 20.
You say
Another nat
that's
20.
not bad at rolling that 20.
Let's go.
No, I rolled 15.
Oh, okay. It's just when you said that, a 20 landed on the screen.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Wow. That's lucky.
I rolled a 20 though.
There you go.
Yeah, that's crazy good.
My dragon rolled a 20, I rolled a 14.
Oh, you rolled a 20.
Right, yeah. Karius, you're top of the dragon though.
Yeah.
Okay, so what will happen then is... Wow.
And Taklo probably
This-
gets sent flying.
Whee! Okay, there's no damage in this, but what it does do is it seems to repel you south again into the bridge. So Eirina, you're good. You're fine. Draconic spirit holds its ground. Yeah.
Would the eagle technically have advantage because I'm pushing and holding him steady?
Yeah, I'll roll them. You can roll again with the strength save. But it's still tricky, that's for sure. Karius, you're kind of launched backwards off of your mount. You do fall prone and slide across the vines. And yeah, go ahead, Llyvelin, roll a strength save again for your eagle. Yeah, that's a much better roll. Okay, so looks like... Yes, Andy, you're the only one that fails out of that group. As you are repelled back, this pulse seems to emanate from deeper within the layer, these monasteries and the caves behind it. And you end up getting basically propelled back into the center of the bridge, and you fall prone as you kind of slide down onto your knees and hands. The dragon seems to be holding its ground. Karius falls prone as well. What else? You guys are already prone on the other side of the bridge. And then I need everyone to roll initiative. Goodness me, look at the time as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Kirstie's got
Look at
early
the old
tomorrow,
time.
so
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to bed soon.
Yeah, I understand. Still, we
Technically,
might be
the
able to get
dragon goes on my
a round
initiative.
10. Okay. So you just roll a... If we pause in the middle of combat, we pause in the middle of combat. It's fine.
How have I rolled twice?
Yeah, I got a roll for Giant Eagle and Llyvelin for some reason.
It's because you are a giant eagle right now, so
Yeah.
you should be using that dex.
8.17 then, instead of the 19.
Okay. 8. Flop you back down there. Alright. So the second part of this is going to happen on initiative count 20. Well, that happens right away. Okay, so we add this to the turn order. Naming this statues. Initiative count 20. And I can't add it because I don't have an image for it. That's just typical. One second. Okay, right. Statues, initiative count 20. So, the first thing that happens is the two watchers enormous statues their eyes seem to glow when and like look towards the draconic spirit. Frost begins to compile around their fingertips and then shoots towards the dragon. They both cast Ray of Frost. Okay.
At least my dragon's resistant.
Oh yeah, what dragon did you pick again?
Well, I went for cold, but it's
You mean
resistant
white?
to. Yes. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it automatically gets resistant to acid, cold, fire, lightning, and poison. I just get one of those resistances whilst I have it, so.
Ah, okay. It's got all of them. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet.
And
Alright,
I'm also
so-
resistant to cold.
The statues cast Ray of Frost at the dragon. Seems like they're intent on taking them out. And let me check. What's the AC of the dragon? 19?
Yep. It's a chunky boy. Big tackle.
Alrighty. Ray of Frost. Oh, that's gonna hurt. These are very powerful rays of frost, apparently. And certainly, I think with their modifiers, these are gonna hit. What? That's just obscene amounts.
At least it's only 9 damage.
Yeah, for a cantrip though.
And then 10.
Okay,
I
so
mean-
9 and then 10.
Yeah, I mean, that's like high level casting, isn't it? That's like 17th level casting of it, I think.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Huh.
The eyes are these glowing blue gems that seem to then like they pulse with this as the rays of frost are beaming towards them, and then they slowly dim back down for the time being, and then it is technically your turn, Karius.
Alright, Karius is gonna stand back up because
Okay.
they were prone. Check how a certain spell works a moment. It's probably not a good idea to do that one. This would be such a waste of a spell if this does nothing, but this seems like quite anti-dragon. So I'm going to... Hopefully this doesn't just make it turn on us, but I'm going to break concentration on the dragon and see what happens. To see if that, like, resets the statues. As there's no longer a draconic intruder.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
The statues have already kind of like powered down for the time being, but
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they're going to power back up. So, I'm also... I just need to check how it works because it's been a while since I've had to do it. I'm going to use my action to dismiss Taklo. Because again, dragon.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
And then...
Gotcha.
Actually, no, it would have been easier to stay prone, actually, thinking about it. So I would have just stayed prone and crawled.
Gotcha.
10, which gets me to, like, there. And whilst I do have ways, I could technically get across this turn. I'm not going to do anything yet because I'm not sure what to expect. And I don't want to waste spells going across if I end up needing to be back on this side.
Okay. As you begin to cross, this time you feel a cracking and shifting beneath your weight. And you were sure that it was holding the draconic form earlier, so it can't be something to do with like weight necessarily. And Andy, you also feel the same. something begins to writhe underneath you as you see the vines breaking free of their frozen forms and beginning to wrap up and around you.
Uh-oh.
But you
Well,
actually get to
that
go
was my
first.
plans.
No, you're first, so you can tell they're moving. They're animating, but they're taking their time to like break free of the rime, and you have a chance to get out of there, perhaps. But what do you want to do?
Well, first of all, I'm going to want to try and get up. So
Yep.
they haven't started wrapping round, have they?
They
Or have
they
they?
you, no, they haven't yet, but you can see them going towards your
Okay.
legs. Some of them are rising up
Yeah.
towards
Then
your
I'll
shoulders.
use my action to, of course, get up, and then cunning action to leg it.
Okay. You can give me that acrobatics again, I guess. You aced it the first time.
Not so good this time. 19, but still pretty
That's
good.
still
19?
pretty good.
What do you mean? That's not good.
Yeah, not
That's
so
really
good.
good. Yeah, no, that's more than enough.
For Andy, it's not as good, but yeah.
But this time you
she'll
actually
just,
have to.
whiz her way towards them.
Got it. Yeah, feeling a little bit daunted by these vines. All of them are shooting up, wrapping around, and you have to spend less time doing stunts and more time avoiding them. But you do make it to the other side. In fact, with a cunning action on top of that, you could even get some ways up onto the stone steps. So we'll leave you there for now. Okay. Hjelma rather says, "Oh great! Now I gotta go on our bellies across this. This doesn't look good. Maybe actually I'm a step back from this. The vines don't look safe.
Yeah.
The vines go. So everyone else who's on the vines, characters. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Pretty sure it's a strength saving throw for the vines as well. Another strength, not great. But Eirina, Llyvelin, and Karius can roll me those.
What's with the total rolls being 14 today?
Difficult. VDC. All right, let's check. Restrained, and what did you get, Karius? Yeah, okay. This isn't good. No, although you didn't get the other two didn't get pushed back further at the very least. They're just within like a few steps away from getting off of these vines, and just as you're about to get to safety, they wrap around your wings, binding you down to the ground. You're prone and restrained, Eirina and Llyvelin. And Karius, yeah, you two at the very back. It seems as almost as if they have a life of their own. And, well, after that, Eirina,
Perfect.
it's your turn.
Hmm. I the trouble with being a warlock is you only have a certain number of spell slots, and I really don't.
Sure. Tell you what, you can also hear something as you're laying down there. there sounds to be a metallic rattling and clanging sound coming from the monastery buildings as well at this point.
Okay.
Doesn't
These-
particularly sound like a... Sorry, yeah?
These vines are they just blue vines or are they made of ice or?
No, they are real plant-like vines, but they were just covered in frost and rime. But as they
Oh.
shake off those little frozen casings, you can tell these are very real animated vines.
Horrible. I could potentially do something to deal with them, at least around us. If you're looking to do something else.
Hmm. The problem is I don't know that that's going to help. Okay. Let's just try and create one fire, in sort of like the area as close to myself and Llyvelin without actually burning us.
Right, just
Uh,
like nearby. Like where like some of the vines are stretching to reach you.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Alright, that does burn some of the vines away. However, in doing so, it seems like the once writhing vines are now violently flailing around, and they seem much more animated, as though now they're not just restraining you, they're fully under attack. How much?
They started
14
it.
damage? They started.
I mean, they did.
Okay, 14 damage. Jesus. Okay, that is making a little dent in the vines, but there are so many of them.
That's fine. I just need enough that I can like crawl out and then start dragging Llyvelin.
That said, they are vulnerable to fire,
So
and
taking a
they automatically fail this deck save as well. Like there's no way they can avoid the bonfire. So that's 28 damage to the vines. So it is substantial. But yeah, you're burning the kind of further ones away, so that you're not just burning yourselves. You would have to burn all the way through them before you're free. Llyvelin, your turn.
I need to drop polymorph,
Okay.
and I create a ring of fire around
Okay.
us as I cast Wall of Fire. I haven't done that in a while. This is fun.
Dang. Around you both, just surrounding. Which way?
Yeah.
Which way do you want the wall facing? Like outwards?
Yeah, outwards. So the vines that are coming in at us either
Yep.
have to retract or get burnt.
Okay, roll damage for that.
How big of a circle would this be around? 'Cause it's asking me for a diameter.
It's you
Maybe
choosing.
Maybe 20, won't it? Yeah.
It's up to 20 feet in diameter, so you
Yeah.
can choose.
This is gonna try and damage us instead. I won't place it on us because I don't want to damage us. But you can do the
No,
circle.
the diameter can be around you. A diameter means it's a ring.
Yeah.
You're in the eye of the storm.
Okay. I think it's gonna target us and maybe. At all. I'll just
Are you
do
talking about
one.
mechanically? No, don't bother. Yeah. Well, whoa. Sorry, I just saw some crazy automation I've never seen before. That's
And-
actually impressive. You seeing what I'm seeing, James?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
like the thing on the outside.
And it
And
faces out. Yeah.
Poor Grim. What? I think they might have been just in the catcall in the end.
Grim was inside
Incinerated.
though.
He was, yeah.
He's back on my
Watch where
back.
you're placing that. He slithers up onto your back.
So what this
Oh
has
God, I
probably
haven't
done
tried it.
is it's made that area into like terrain, I
Dangerous
think,
terrain.
which make it.
Yes. That's impressive. I didn't know I had that level of automation. Right, 29 times 2 is going to be 58 damage plus the 28 from earlier. Ooh.
Yeah.
58 plus 29 is math.
58 plus 29. Yeah,
Wait, is it?
87.
Was it? It's plus 28, sorry.
86.
It's 59 plus 28. It's 87.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's so barely hanging on by a thread. These vines, like a single little spark will probably finish them off. And so you're restrained for the time being, but holy crap, did that do a dent. And one more little bonfire will do the job. Top of the round. Okay, now I need to add to initiative wave 2, the animated, with a metallic rattle and clanging. Various weapons, cutlery, and armor burst from the monastery buildings. The wind whips more cruelly as it howls down the ravine, urging the interlopers to flee. Rocks cascade down the slope and into the ravine from a looming figure in the cave far above. This wave involves a swarm of magnetically animated weapons. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. We're gonna have 1 animated golem, 3 flying magnetic weapons, and 2 swarms of cutlery.
Sorry,
Here they come.
I'm staring at the image of one of the things you've thrown at us. I'm like, really? That's mean.
Afraid so. Yep, magnetic golems, swarms, and I need some magnetic weapons. But I just saw time. We have hit time. Top of the round seems a good fitting place to also end
Yeah.
it. So this is wave 2 of this encounter. Thankfully, you're nearly out of the restraints. Little bit split up, and Andy's in the front line. Never a good thing, but you've dealt with worse predicaments, surely.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's add those to initiative and see where they land just before we wrap up. Oh, the golem's up straight off. Okay.
Oh god, it's ahead
Andy's
of
gonna
me.
be
That's gonna hurt.
facing down against this big old metal monstrosity.
God.
Which I recognize its art, so...
Mhm.
Mm.
Yes. It's going to be a tough fight, but hey, you're level 14. You can handle this. All right. Well, with that, I will say. Wait, do I give you the last little reveal? I did mention a looming figure in the cave far above. Those who begin to strain their eyes, attempting to see what's up there. What is this figure? Can see something looming. It's not in the fight yet, possibly a later wave, but I will show you the art as this monster of a dragon begins to rear its head. A spiked crown begins to emerge and clawing itself onto the slope of the mountain. You feel the howling bite of the icy wind as the dragon bellows. Let me see. And this thing is visible to all of you.
God.
Holy crap.
And
That's
with that,
horrifying.
we will end tonight's session.
Alright,
Or a Digimon.
or a monster hunter creature. It's definitely got those
Right.
vibes. But either way, we're wrapping up there. Join us Monday for the Jumping Junipers. I'm pretty sure they're on this week. Tuesday for the Mistaken, and we'll probably not back next. Yeah, I think that's it. And we might be back with Icewind Trackers for some of the things on the 21st. Maybe.
Oh, actually,
I don't know.
we are Wednesday we are playing again. Actually,
Okay, and
we're doing some
Wednesday,
epilogue fights.
Icewind Dale for some cool fights. Ice cool.
Yeah,
Bye for now.
nice. Bye bye.
Bye.